Do you wave your terrible towel when Renegade plays? Reach for a tasty cake when JJ shouts, "He scores!" Does the sound of an F1 engine make your heart race? Doing push-ups with the Nittany Lion after a TD? Then lend us an ear, and we will share the exhilaration of Steelers football, the excitement of Flyers hockey, the nail-biting finishes of F1, and the pride when we yell, "We are Penn State." Welcome to the Steel Flyers Show, the strangest combination of sports fandom since pineapple was put on pizza.
Welcome to the Steel Flyers Show, and boy, have we got an awesome one for you right now. That's right, we got it, 9-0. How about that? I'm Steel Flyers, and I'm here from www.steelflyers.com, and wow, for the first time ever in franchise history, the Pittsburgh Steelers are 9 and ooh. Wow. What an awesome game. It was a little bit hard fought there, somewhat. It was more of a battle of the field position there at the beginning with punt team after punt team and 3 and outs, or doing like 3 or 4 plays and then getting out off the field and things of that nature. So Joe Burrow didn't have a terrible game. He did have a touchdown pass, and he still was able to sling the ball out there. He was sacked a few times, so Pittsburgh once again gets the defense another sack. So that's another consecutive game with a sack. So that's another record as well too. So Ben had another 4 touchdowns, over 300 yards passing today. It was pretty much mostly the passing attack today. So that's what took care of things. The defense, I have to say, really, really stepped up today. Joe Hayden, Minka Fitzpatrick, welcome back. Mike Hilton, oh boy, did we miss you. Welcome back. Cam Sutton played really well. Trey Edmonds played really well. We had some takeaways, one of them in the red zone. No, I'm sorry, 2 of them in the red zone. That is priceless right there, when you can take the ball away in the red zone. Right there. That's what championship teams do right there. By the way, the last team to go 9-0 and make it to the Super Bowl was the New Orleans Saints in 2009, and they did win the Super Bowl that year. So Cincinnati did have a trick 4th down fake punt play that resulted in a rather large gain, and they were able to have some successful plays. But look, let's face it, they were very nicked up. They were missing Joe Mixon. They were missing Geno Atkins. So those are 2 very important cogs in their scheme of things. A.J. Green wasn't even a factor today. Now Higgins did have a pretty good day, and your boy T did well too, and Giovanni Bernard had a pretty decent day rushing. So they were able to have some success, but when it counted, Pittsburgh's defense stepped up and was able to take everything away, and it became the battle of punting, thanks to the toe of our good buddy. Chris Boswell just is the toe, and he just puts the ball through. It was very windy today in Pittsburgh. There was about 6,000 or so fans in the stands, so all in all, fans are starting to come back, so that's a good sign. Chase Claypool, how about that rook? 9 touchdowns he's responsible for this year. Wow. I believe that's 7 that he's responsible for as far as catching touchdowns. He had 2 of them today. Oh, speaking of 2 touchdowns today, I believe that Dante Johnson had 2 touchdowns today. Oh, and I believe that Juju had 1 today too. So the ball was spread around quite nicely. Eric Ebron had a really good day. He had some really important 1st down catches, so that was really good. Connor was fighting hard for yards, was able to get a couple successful ones in there, but for the most part, I don't understand why we were trying to run when we know we can run. It's just when we had some of those misdirection plays and some of those counters and those trap plays, we were much more successful running the ball than anything. So Ben had another good day. And then Mason Rudolph came in there in the last couple minutes there and had mop-up duties. So that Benny didn't have to, risk anything. He did kind of take a little fall there on his elbow, running for a first down there in the first half, and he kind of got up a little bit, tweaking it and rubbing it a little bit. But, for the most part, he was able to continue on through the game with no issues and everything was good. And this all from Ben being on the COVID list for this week. So not bad for being on the Zoom calls and having a walkthrough on Saturday, and then that's it. Gosh, if we could just do that for the rest of the year, we're good, right? Ben doesn't have to practice. Just give everything to Mason Rudolph and let him get some. No, please don't. The more he practices, the better, and everything is all good on that. So Cincinnati, like I said, was depleted defensively. Their secondary was missing folks. Their defensive line was missing folks. And we had for the most part, all of our guys coming back. We weren't missing anybody that was questionable or whatever the case was able to come back and play today. Even Dangerfield was in and was able to make a couple plays there towards the end of the game. So, wow, I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to feel. This is the first time ever in franchise history that Pittsburgh Steelers have been 9-0. I will say this, it does feel really good. Wow, 9-0. I mean, gotta hand it to Pittsburgh Steelers for taking it to them. I mean, it's not like every single team that we've beaten this year so far has been a slouch team. It's not like we've got the hardest schedule in the world, but it's not like we have the easiest schedule in the world. Now, the schedule coming up does include the Jaguars, does include the Bills, does include the team in Washington, as well as Cincinnati one more time, the Browns one more time, and Baltimore one more time as well, too. It also does include the Colts. So it does favor the Steelers here towards the back half of the schedule. It does look like Steelers could potentially, look, I'm not going to say anything about being a perfect season because there really is no perfect season. Even if you win every game, that's not really a perfect season. That's just, hey, I won every game. I don't have a problem with the Dolphins keeping the champagne going. I'm cool with that, but if we break the streak, what better way to do it than with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger? So I'd be okay with that too. So not that I would say no if that were to happen, but secondly, I'd like to say a couple other things too. I really would like to thank Pearl of Wisdom for joining Steel Flyers. I'd also like to thank Off the Wall Hockey John from joining Steel Flyers. Check out their pages. They got all great content for hockey, great content for all things NHL related. John calls games. Perlo is the prognosticator. He's got some great series of shows coming out. The same thing with John from Off the Wall Hockey, the same thing too. So also check out the show that I do with Lance Green from Flyers Nitty Gritty. Oh man, Lance is the man, and he's the main man, pots and pans for sure, and he's got some of the best articles going. And for the third week in a row, we made Bleacher Report with our show, The Hockey Writers Inc. So you got to check that out too. That's on our channel here too. So check that out. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe. Keep this going. Put some comments in there. We'd like to know what you guys think for sure. You can check me out on Twitter, SteelFlyers52, or you can check me out on the web, www.steelflyers.com, a one-stop shop for all of your sports needs, especially Pittsburgh Steelers, 9-0. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, stay strong, and hang tough.